Circus Cities is a new CircusTalk Original Video Series by me, your Think Like an Acrobat host, Shenea Stiletto. In each episode, I will explore a city with a vibrant circus community by sitting down with artists and service providers who reside in this circus city. The conversations will range from basics to specifics, from job opportunities and training space to living opportunities and conditions, including visas and work permits. This series is designed to equip you with everything you need to know about these circus cities so you can see what's out there and feel confident in your decision to permanently or temporarily relocate or not. This episode, Dubai. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Circus Cities Spotlight Dubai. My name is Shenea Stiletto. I am your host for this special series. It is our new series by CircusTalk where we speak all things with your specific circus city. I'm so excited to dive into all things circus in Dubai. I have fantastic guests. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. And if you would, please introduce yourself and give us a little bit about who you are.
Okay, so let's see who starts first.
You can go.
I can go because I prepared my script.
Oh.
I will try to follow.
Fancy, very fancy.
Very fancy, like politics. So my name is Melina Druta. I'm from Romania. I was born in Romania in 87. I was starting artistic gymnastic when I was 4 and few months. I did it till 16 years old. I've been part of junior Olympic gymnastic team for 4.5 years. I was competing here and there for the Olympic team. The most beautiful one was Hawaii in 2001. So yeah, it was very fancy, which I repeated today, but as a trip few weeks back, actually. And I moved to Dubai in 11 years ago. I didn't calculate yet. I need to watch the script. So 11 years ago, I moved to Dubai. So as a gymnast, after I finished my career as artistic gymnast, I meet some people that they was working with the choreographer of Cirque du Soleil that time in Canada. And they introduced us to the acrobatic world. And first with the ground acrobatic, then with aerials, then slowly, my brother connected me with some friends in America because those days was not existing YouTube. So everything was through videos, through connections. So I got some Cirque du Soleil videos those days and I started to learn as an extra. So I was working with those coaches for about 2 years. We learned only the basics and then I like it, I enjoy it. And I say, okay, I want to know more. We couldn't have opportunity to learn much, but thanks God, we catch Cirque du Soleil videos and I start to learn step by step by myself, watching videos from Cirque du Soleil and practicing parks and wherever we could. And from that moment, I started to become acrobat. First was like ground and aerial, both of them actually. I was starting with silk and hoop. And after a few years, I was meeting actually after those 2 years I meet a person, then that person was break dancer and we start this acrobatics basically together. Everyone say like, no, he cannot do it, and say, okay, we can do it. I'm a gymnast, we can learn by ourselves everything. So basically we start like that. Then after I think probably 1-2 years, couple of years, we learn more and more. We develop more and more. We start with the Dajo, which was a hand-to-hand acrobalance, and then the silk and hoop. And slowly, we build more equipment. We start to check online shapes and hammock and chandelier and trapeze and stuff like that. We try to follow the circus world. So we build things. Then I contact my ex-colleagues from gymnastic and I say, listen, look, let's try to build a team. I want to build a team. Do you want to be part of my team? So then from that moment, we open a company and we develop the company, which is in Romania because I am Romanian. And we start quite good in Romania at that time, because was us, another few groups, and National Circus. So we did well. Our group reached at some point, we was working with around 10 girls, no men's. It was more easy to sell the shows as a woman group than men's group. So yeah, at some point we was having a little bit of a monopoly on the market. Sorry, maybe some words are a little bit not English, but if we are for different countries, I think you can understand. I speak Spanish too, a little French, and so yeah. And yeah, we was everywhere in Romania, basically. The agency still exists in Romania. It's still active. It's working in a specific nightclub now, because nightclub was more easy for us to approach. The work was less. We have space for rehearsal, because he was talking in the email, he was questioning where we train. Sometimes we was renting gyms, but gyms, they don't have high ceiling or motors. So because we work in a nightclub and they provide motors and everything, they provide us the space during the daytime to practice. So this was the best opportunity for us to work in the nightclub, because during the day we was using it as a gym. So it was absolutely perfect. Gym with motor, with lights, with music. So everything was absolutely perfect for us. And in Dubai I moved 11 years ago. I started as an acrobat. One person came to Romania in a nightclub, and he was searching for entertainers again in a club in Dubai. I'm not much a circus person. I was working in Portugal for 3 months. I don't like to travel with the caravan. I love to travel, but not with caravan. I hate to live in the caravan. So circus was not my style. Okay, it could be a circus which provide you hotel and this. Yeah, I'm more a little bit more fancy person. I don't like a caravan. So yeah, for me, when I got the job in Dubai, was nightclub. It was easy. They was providing for us apartments in general. For example, in Dubai, when I was coming those days, the companies, they was providing accommodation and food and transportation and everything. These days is not like that. It's not like this anymore. Can be if it will be for big companies or big again restaurant, but in the end they are nightclubs, because these restaurants, which they are kind of variete, they transform to nightclubs. So they provide, yes, still they provide visa, accommodation, and transportation. But most of the people that we are working in Dubai currently, we are freelancers. So let's say, except La Perle, which you know, all of you belongs to Franco Dragone, and I've been to Germany those days for castings. I don't know, before they opened, it was a casting in Germany, another 3 cities in the world. I've been. I was not that happy with the salary, with the working time and this like that. I'm saying, as a freelancer, I can make way more money than less work and way more money than working for a company. It's like a brand company. I work for Coca-Cola. You represent Coca-Cola. You are not yourself. So this is my concept. I'm an artist and I'm an agent, because I'm an agency too. So I see the things from the both eyes. But as an artist, yes, I started as acrobat, aerialist in the nightclub, and then it was a collaboration, let's say exclusivity collaboration only for them. And then after 5 years, I just we finished the contract, and I started as a freelancer, and then so on, working all over the place and all over Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Qatar, Saudi, because for us GCC countries, which means Kuwait, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, they are all around here, all around us. So it's more easy to take jobs around here. For example, all the people around, they are taking artists from Dubai, because it's cheaper, because the visa issue is super easy. I'm resident, so they prefer to take residents from Dubai, and for them it's working more easily. And sorry guys, I'm talking a lot.
We will come back to Melina.
Thank you for the invitation. It was nice to
Yeah,
to
so
chat with you
I'm
guys.
starting as an artist. Then I opened my agency. I
That's
don't
good.
have my own agency in Dubai. I produce acrobats here in Dubai. So basically, there are people that they are coming new in Dubai, general girls. They know to do 1, 2 things. They in general they come, they work with me. I teach them a lot. They got experience and then they go. So yeah, this is my story: artist and acrobat from Dubai. Thank you so much,
Melina.
I have a lot to talk, but
This is
enjoy.
great. This is great. And
We need to fill that hour.
well, we're definitely going to fill it. We're going to fill it. Kleber, would you love to
Oh,
introduce
hi.
yourself?
Mine's gonna be a little bit more shorter. Hi guys, my name is Kleber Berto. I start with capoeira when 1993, and yeah, and then after I did circus school for like a couple of years, like 4 years, then I auditioned for Cirque. And 2003 was when I started my career with Cirque, and I did CA for like 7 years. And after CA, I went to France, where I was working on another show for Disney. And after that, I went back to work for Dragon. And then after that, I went back to work for Cirque, you know, and it's a longer story. And well, now I'm here working one of the resident shows in Dubai. We call La Pearl. And yeah, where I play one of the main characters in the show. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. Rob.
So what Kleber forgot to mention was I've probably worked with him on 3 of those 5 projects.
Most of them, yeah. He's been following
I was a
small world.
I was an artistic gymnast to the age of about 19, and then moved down to London and started performing until Disney, Cirque. Was in Vegas 10 years, and then went to Macau, where Kleber was. We didn't really know each other before then, but that's when we got sort of close. And then he left, of course, to go to Paramore, right?
No, it was Toruk.
Oh, it was Toruk. Oh, that's right. Sorry.
All the shows.
All the
Kleber's done all of them.
He's done most of them.
And Rob.
And then, yeah, now we're both here working on La Pearl.
That's great. Thank you so much. That is a great segue into what is the climate like in Dubai right now? We're heading out of the summertime into the fall. And so what is the difference? Is it busier in the summertime with work? Is your schedule now going to get busier? How is the circus schedule industry right now going into the winter fall times?
It's hot.
I think yeah, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's really hot. I thought Vegas was bad, and then we moved to Dubai and went, oh, there's humidity as well as the heat. Got it. So basically from like June till the end of September, you're kind of inside or in AC at all times. And generally in summer, especially the locals, and there's not many tourists that will come in because they can't stand the heat. So summer's kind of a quiet period for us of, you know, we have a long dark and we have our breaks, and then we start prepping up for the high season, which generally starts, you know, the 1st of October. Kids have just gone back to school. September starts building, but by about October, we're in full swing to get through until the end of January.
Actually, this summer in Dubai was having a lot of tourists comparing with other years. So, from my point of view, because I'm 11 years in Dubai, I'm not sure, guys, since how many years you were in Dubai. I think probably 1-2 years. I'm not sure.
4 years.
4.
Okay.
3.5.
Okay, so after Corona, everything changed. Even in Dubai, everything changed. So because of the break and everything, during the summer was completely dead before. As an artist, myself as an artist, I was leaving Dubai maybe June, and I was going in Europe or whatever, traveling, and come back in mid-September or end of September to start again the season. Okay, this thing doesn't happen anymore since Corona. So after Corona finished, everyone needs money. Anyone was bored and tired, and we want to work. We were so happy to work. So this change last year was a little bit, let's say, busy, but for my point of view, this summer in Dubai was really busy with tourists, absolutely insane busy. You see people 15 degrees, they are keep coming to Dubai. Like, what's wrong with you guys? You don't know that Dubai is not nice in the summer, but no, this year was really busy. Myself, I was working all the summer, so I didn't have any problem with work during the summer anymore. Normally, I was going to Europe. I was going to Romania to work. It's full season, everything, but was not necessary this time. It was like, okay, there is work here. Yeah, as you said, guys, you need to stay. We mostly stay indoor, but yeah, there are plenty of activities. If you are very old in the country, you know the tricks, you know where to go, what to do, how you spend your time, where to spend your time. So it was busy, actually. It's not like Dubai before. It's busy during the summer too. But yeah, the season is picking up now. Basically, the month of September is the month of the castings. Some people who go to the castings. I'm not going to the castings. But yeah, it's the month of castings. September in general for freelancers, it's the month of castings and auditions and so on. And then who catch the job, they will start from September till Ramadan, basically. And the next year, Ramadan, it will be, I think, in April, beginning of April. So each time the season starts in kind of end of September till Ramadan. Yeah, some people, they catch jobs in Ramadan too, but very like light things, not because probably people that they don't know in Muslim countries, there is no partying allowing, loud music, entertainment, which is showing off entertainment.
Yeah, but this year was a little bit different, no? I noticed
Totally.
that it was a little bit, was a little bit more open, because I remember like the first year that I was here, it was a little bit more reserved. You know? Well,
yeah, 11 years ago, you couldn't, you was wearing with t-shirt in Dubai, long pants. Now we are, it's very open. Yeah, and before the nightclubs was completely open, closed, pardon, during the Ramadan, and you can find only malls, restaurants with no music and no entertainment. Now even you can find beach clubs, nightclubs open during the Ramadan, which is something weird, but yeah, this is it. They need to make money.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, you're able to coordinate your life and your career, obviously, around Ramadan. That's something that's very unique for anyone that's never been to Dubai, that's never existed during Ramadan, or that maybe doesn't know how their contracts might change or how things might shift or how you need to be prepared. What is that like, experiencing that? You said that Dubai is much more open than it used to be versus even just like a few years ago. How does that affect the performance? How does that affect the circus? How does that affect your costumes? How does that affect how you interact with your colleagues and how you express in circus? Are there limitations around that in Dubai? Or do you think that it's much easier now too, like what you were saying in terms of what you're allowed to wear like me or what you're allowed to wear maybe like Melina?
Yeah, so guys, if you want to start to talk about the circus part, because I can see you are more like in a circus world. I'm in the entertainment and variety world. So say your point of view.
It's perfect. We want both though, because that's what circus is. Circus isn't just one way. Circus is eventing. Circus is variety. Circus is nightclubs. Circus is La Pearl. Circus is Cirque du Soleil. It's really everything. It's street performers. It's festivals. So it's any perspective that we're giving, because anybody might want any type of work in Dubai, you know? So it's both and.
well, on my perspective, just the audience that it's a little bit, you know, come less people, but it doesn't change much for us because we have normally our daily routine with the trainings and rehearsals and the 2 shows. And yeah, I think Rob can explain you better. Like, I know we have some difficulties with like with the humidity or things like that, but nothing major, let's say that.
Yeah, so here in Dubai, when it's Ramadan normally lasts about 3 and a bit weeks, and then it goes into Eid, which is about 4 days of where everyone's finished fasting and ready to celebrate. Ramadan, when the show was first opened in 2017, was actually in July anyway, so they tended to just give everyone, that's where their big holiday was, because there was no one going out and it was summer and it was too hot and all that sort of stuff. But as Ramadan moves about 10 days every year, earlier and earlier, we started to realize and figure out that, well, we can't just shut for 3 weeks, because at some point you're going to be shutting during Christmas or something, which of course is massive. So I think this year was the first time, we only had a week off in Ramadan, and then next year we're kind of planning to just run the whole way through Ramadan and Eid, and then take our dark at the end of that. But you just have to be really respectful of, obviously, the culture and the religion here. Things like smoking out in public or eating in front of someone that's fasting. Obviously, being able to schedule the Muslims around that, their hours, or everyone's hours are reduced. So it's just a sign of being respectful for those 3 weeks. But no, we carried on shows, and because this year there were so many tourists sort of traveling again, we didn't really see it as much. We just had to do a few reduced hours during the week, but it was good.
Kleber, do you want to add anything to that?
No, that's it. Melina probably gonna.
Yeah, probably I will add something, because I'm from the other side of the job. Yeah, for us in variety and events, mostly we are close. It's the time, Ramadan is time of vacation for us, for entertainers in general, and we travel in Ramadan. You can find some events, but it will be more like welcoming guests and very dressed and easy jobs, not fancy acrobacy, no fancy dresses, not the normal way of dressing, which in Dubai, for example, years back, as I told you, was full catsuit. And super respectful. It's the respect of the culture, which I know, in my opinion, a little bit years and even today go out of the respect box, but it's okay. I cannot, this is not my DTCM, this is their job. They have to do that, not me. So yeah, now, for example, in the clothes-wise, because he was asking how was artists dressed before, and accepting Cirque du Soleil, which they have their own thing, or La Perle, their own style, which is quite covered and everything is paint and so on. Before was way more cover. These days, I will not say that. Sometimes it's a little bit, I'm a little bit intrigued, because it's going too much far. It's like, okay, let's say Las Vegas, or let's say Ibiza. It's a little bit too much for a Muslim country, but again, this is not my my job to limit those things. I prefer to be a little bit more respectful. Not like before, full cover, but a little bit more respectful. Yeah, comparing with Saudi now, they still keep their very strict clothing rules, which means you should be completely covered. Legs full cover, hands full cover, and yeah. Only Dubai becomes so open, but the rest of the GCC country, no. So if you come as an artist in Dubai, you can come with your own outfits that you used to perform in your own country, but don't be vulgar and don't be too much extravagant sexy, because it's a matter of respect, and I will respect.
What is the schedules like in Dubai? What is your day-to-day like? Is there a weekend in Dubai? Is there certain time frames of things that things just don't happen? What is your schedule? What is your flow like within your day, within work and your personal life?
Wow, mine, like I said, we have like a kind of a fixed routine, you know, like every day. We have 2 days off that it's Sunday, Monday. So, and I would say our day at work start around 2 o'clock p.m. So we have some rehearsals, trainings, and then we have some meetings or some personal training. And then we have 2 shows, one show at 8 o'clock and another one at 9:30. Yeah, if I'm not correct. But yeah, and the weekend we normally do whatever we want, or we go training on the first day, or we go spend time with our partners, and yeah.
Is it typical for like the weekend? You said your weekend is Sunday, Monday. Is that typical weekends for other people in Dubai working, or is it more fluid than that with like the schedules?
Yeah,
Is it like a 9
remember,
to 5?
I remember before it was, guys correct me if I'm wrong, because I remember before the weekends was Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
They used to work, but now they kind of change for Saturday and Sunday, like a normal. So yeah, I think the
You are
guys can
correct.
complete.
You are correct. Yeah, but from the freelancer's point of view, you can work as much as you want. You can work every day if you want. So if there are people that they are coming in Dubai as a freelancers and they want to work and they are able and capable to find work, because it depends of each of you, your qualities, your certifications, your level, let's say like that. You can catch jobs if you want. You can work every day. You can work with 1 company, 2 company, 3 company, 5 company, 10, doesn't matter. And you can choose as much as you want to work. You want to accept a 3 days a week job, then with another company, you can take another 2 days a week or 5 days a week. Sometimes you can take 2 jobs a day if you want. But as I said, this is for freelancers only. As you guys, you work in La Perle, you have totally different schedule, which is a fixed schedule. But for freelancer, it's completely different. You can choose your days, and weekend is a work day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is definitely full work days.
When do you rest?
Never.
Every day, I don't mind.
When do you?
She's doing freelance. You never rest.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah, I'm freelancer, so you want to take the job, you accept the job. You don't want, you don't take it. As much as you want to work, as much money you want to make, as much your body is capable to afford 6-7 days a week jobs, 1 job, 2 jobs a day. Absolutely your own problem, let's say like that.
Wow.
If you are young, yeah, definitely you go for it. But when you are let's say 30, 35, then you are like, oh, no, I will take 2 days a week, it's enough. 3 days a week is enough. You choose. So you choose your own schedule. Depends of your experience and your level.
Are you able, if you're working in La Perle, for example, to take outside work, or is it very strict in Dubai working for one company? Do you have to just stay with that one company, or are you also able to freelance a little bit and do gigs on the side? And then also too, I know like in Vegas, for example, for some contracts, it's very like unspoken, unwritten. So if you don't want to answer that, but I'm curious.
I can answer.
Melina can answer. She can answer for you.
Yeah, if you can pass it to me.
Maybe Rob gonna answer this better.
Do you have any side hustles, Rob?
Obviously, the company here sponsors the visas, so you're exclusively to work for Al Habdul Theatre.
Yes, correct. He's completely correct.
Right. And that's something that comes up in many countries, obviously, exactly, because you have your sponsor. And how was that process? How was the immigration process in Dubai, coming from whichever country you're coming from? Do you find that the immigration process to Dubai is easy? Is it complicated? Is it easy to be a resident in Dubai? Do you have to leave? Do you have to come back? Is it easy to, for example, when you have your children, if you have them, to have them become residents of Dubai? How accessible flexible is that? Because some countries it's easier than others, right? Some you're able to get immigration extended, you can get your visas quite easily. In other spaces, you know, depending, you have to do a lot. And some places, no matter what you do, you're never going to really be a full resident there. So how do you all find that experience in Dubai?
Here, well, the company that takes care of everything when you come and everything. But I know you can renew your visa, I guess, 2 years or one or each year. Two?
Yeah, there is option of 2 years visa or 3 years visa. Depends of each company, and then you need to renew it.
Exactly. And for ours, I suppose, and everything, so we have to do everything, like all the paperwork and yeah, and they have to renew at the same time than us. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think since I've got here 4 years ago, they tend to change laws like the weather and with the wind.
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
it was very difficult. Things like you weren't able to live with someone of the opposite sex unless you were
That's
married.
correct.
And so, but Dubai is very much an ever-changing government, laws, everything here, and it is lighting up. I mean, I remember when I got here with my girlfriend, who I met here. Obviously, the job at the start were offering us accommodation across the street, and my boss kept saying, "No, it's fine. Let her move in with you and stuff." And I was like, "One, it's a bit early on, and two, what if someone, you know, I upset the wrong person and someone, you know, goes and tells on me?" But anyway, we went for it, and literally 2 weeks later, they changed the law saying, "Oh no, it's fine now."
That's the Middle East.
Yeah, it changes a lot. But Dubai compared to Saudi, even Abu Dhabi, really, but compared to Saudi, it's like Macau to China.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
completely. For my point of view as a freelancer, freelancer, I do work for a company, which is a recreational sports company, as a manager and as a teacher for a gymnastic and ballet teacher. But they sponsor, I work for them basically, but you can do your artist job as a freelancer, just obtaining a NOC, no objection letter from your sponsor. And you can take any other jobs because the kids' work, it's finished 5-6 p.m. when the schools finish. Maybe sometimes I have some after-school activities, which they finish by 6 maximum. And after, you are basically freelancer. If you get your no objection letter, as a freelancer artist, you can sell cars or be real estate agent, or you can be artist. You just get this letter and then you find jobs as a freelancer and you are free to go. Each company you are working for, each job you are working for, they are obligated to the place itself, the restaurant, the club, whatever, they are obligated to open for you a work permit. So it's their own responsibility. So you have your own visa, then you can get the NOC letter from your company that provides the visa and everything. And then you can do your freelance job.
Are you able to work in Dubai without a visa? Do people do that? I mean, in some places people do it. It's maybe frowned upon, but they do it a lot. So you can come.
There is a lot of people that come.
They are coming tourists, but with the risk, because it's against the law, right? With the risk to come, work, and then not get paid. We ask a lot of people in Dubai coming as a freelancer and with this tourist visa and working, because most of the owners and companies and restaurants or clubs, they know the law. They might end up working 1-2 months and then they will go back home same as they come without money.
Yeah. Or they do like short contracts as well, right? Like they do like two months contracts, so the tourists come and work for 2 months.
The visa is finished, but still you take the risk. For example, you go to the police and you report and say, okay, what is your contract? Okay, what is your visa? Tourist. So you are tourist.
Right.
You cannot come to complain to us. So sorry.
There will be no help for you.
They're changing a lot of the visa rules now as well. I mean, they've just not just, but recently introduced the golden visa, which is basically the US green card with
Oh.
similar sort of you know, things you have to do. If it was special ability in the States, it was creative and artistic here. It's a 10-year golden visa, and then you extend and all that sort of stuff. That's very recent. And then things like you can't just come in on a tourist visa, get a job, and then switch the visa. Now you have to come in on a tourist looking for work visa. I don't know the difference in the price and everything like that, but if someone is interested to come and sort of test out Dubai and see how it is, it's probably better to come in on that visa if they've got, you know, contacts and stuff and might get a job. I'm not sure of the grace period or if they have to leave the country and come back or anything like that, but stuff is changing for the better because they do want expats and people from outside coming in.
Yeah, it's quite complicated, gold visa. It's quite complicated, and the ones that they truly want to do it, they should study the law very well and check with the lawyer, in my opinion, or go for a tourist visa, check, and then go back, or go for work visa, and that's it. But gold visa is not easy. Yes, in Dubai, the rules, as he said, the rules, they change every week, every month, every week, so we need to follow up all the time to know what is happening.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to stay like in touch about and to know about what's going on in your like where you live. That could, because so many things can be affected obviously so quickly. Your life can change really, really quickly with those laws changing like that. Your personal life, I would imagine, can change very much. Is there a lot of turnover in Dubai, like in the big shows? Is there a lot of turnover with the artists, with the production, or do you find that people stay in Dubai for a long time working in the bigger shows? And how well, I'll get to the next question after that, but that's my first question. Are there a lot of people coming in and out of the bigger shows, or do you find people get in and they stay?
I don't think they stay too long.
Why?
Let's say,
why not?
most of the people that come from Europe come from, you know, like Brazil. They come here more like to save some money, you know, work for a little while, a couple of years, and then go back to their country or do something else, you know.
But you're there for a long time.
Yeah, no, for me, that's pretty good. I'm really happy with my wife here. It's pretty good. But I imagine for who's young, you know, and wants to work in a different shows as well. So here's a good place to stay for a couple of years, like 2 years, save some money, and then go look for something else, or, you know, just to get some experience. And yeah, that's what I think, you know.
And if you stay longer, I mean, how is it comfortable if you stay longer in a bigger show like that? I mean, financially also too, like how would you say the salary is over time in staying in a bigger show like La Pearl? Is it comfortable? Is it easy to, you know, to stay in Dubai with that type of salary if you're not a freelancer, but you're making consistent money? Is it expensive living in Dubai like it is in like Macau? Is it more of like a casino town like Las Vegas where everything is very expensive? It's only getting more affordable now because they're building up the communities more, and it's not so high if you stay away from like the strip and the casinos. But, you know, I'm very curious to know, you know, how much can you save?
Yeah, the good thing is more the stability, you know, at least when you have a fixed show, you know, you have this stability that you can, you know, try to stay tuned. And for the other question, I think Rob can answer you better because, you know, he's more into, you know, what's going on. But for me, it's fine. You know, I'm really happy.
No, I really like Dubai. I've you know, apart from the 40 degree Celsius, sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's
like I said,
Vegas heat with Florida humidity. It's ridiculous. So you just drive to work, get straight in the theater, and then it's like, okay, I'm just gonna 4 months shut down. But no, I'm really enjoying living in Dubai. Plus, it's compared to Macau, which was kind of over there and not really anywhere near anything else. It was it's nice to be in Dubai, especially for me coming from the UK. It means I can jump on a plane and 7-hour flight back to the UK is nothing anymore. So it's really nice. I think some people come and earn money, but the difference is here compared to basically everywhere else is there's no tax. So every penny you get from
I would not so that there will be tax. Check the new rules.
The thing now.
Winter rules.
Last night.
It changed last night. Now there's going to be tax. Thank you, Dubai.
I don't think compared to any other entertainment city in the whole world, the tax is anything to worry about right this minute. Corporate tax, that doesn't bother the person working.
So you pay no tax in Dubai?
No.
For the moment,
Ever.
no.
Wow.
Ever till now, no. But for the companies, depends of the type of the company you have, you pay taxes. Can reach to 5%, and they plan to lift it a little bit, but still it's better than everywhere in the world.
Yeah, wow. Macau, I think we paid 4% tax, and then we get here and we're like, oh, no tax. All right, whatever you want.
That's great.
But things are changing here. There's no casinos yet. There's no gambling yet. It's coming for sure. And that I think will change the face of entertainment here drastically. I think it's due to come around 2025, maybe 2026, but yeah, and then it will be very, very interesting after that, because it changes a lot.
Yeah, I'd be very curious to see how that's going to change. I mean, they've done that with Saudi and introducing so much there, and how much that's changing entertainment. And, I'm also curious too, how many, there's so many people coming from abroad and establishing companies and performers. How much of the locals utilize the circus kind of entertainment, and how many of them are working in Le Pearl? Or is it just very much everyone's an expat? The local circus scene too, with the variety artists, the companies, are you going to come in contact with a lot of local owners with circus entertainment, or is it going to be mostly people that have come from the outside and coming into Dubai and establishing companies and work there?
For my point of view, it's more for us, foreigners, the entertainment, our style of entertainment, which is variete, cabaret, circus, in my point of view. Yeah, there are few, but mostly we are us foreigners. We come, we establish companies, we perform and everything, not much the locals.
Yeah, I think it actually changed since COVID, because before, obviously, we work for the Al Habtoor group, so obviously they were interested in opening the first resident show of that magnitude here in Dubai, and so they were sort of the trendsetters at that point, and met with Franco and brought a show here. But ever since lockdown, when we reopened the show, we didn't have many tourists coming in because everyone else was on lockdown. Dubai's open and saying, "Hey, come on in," and they're going, "We can't." So we've really focused, when the percentage might be, 80% tourists, 20% locals, all of a sudden it completely switched. And so we focused very heavily on trying to get the staycations and the tourists. Yes, there's a lot of expats here, but I think that was a good starting point. And then, of course, when the tourists came in, that was just adding on top, but it was still going with the locals and going with the people that lived in Dubai.
Yeah, that was very interesting too for me to see more local, because it's not from their culture. They have all the things, but like circus, acting, things like that, I don't think it's from their culture. And I would say after the pandemic, I would see more of them, from the audience, can see that they don't know if they clap, like they kind of awkward. But yeah, they still kind of coming to the show and bringing their families, kids, it's very interesting to see.
And what do you think is maybe a misconception about working and living in Dubai if you're a foreigner and if you are in circus entertainment, that maybe people think is something that you hear about Dubai all the time, but that's not really true once you're actually there and living and making a life there?
I think most questions I get when interviewing new cast and crew, for that matter, is it like Saudi? Can we go down the pub? Do we have to cover up? And so that's quickly like, no, it's a bit different. You don't have to worry about that. If you want to go and visit the mosque, yeah, the ladies have got to put, cover the hair. But apart from that, it's just the differences in culture and the marriage thing. If you've got a long-term girlfriend or boyfriend or partner or whatever, it is difficult here unless you're married.
Melina?
Yeah, I feel that too. When I came, I was dating my wife, and I feel that we were a little bit scared, even to hold hands on the street, we didn't know what we should do. But, after a couple of years living here, you see that people are much more relaxed,
Yeah.
And it's the same question that they ask, when they come, oh, can I bring this, or can I bring alcohol, or, things like that.
Yeah. Dubai is the most open, I would say, is the most open city from all the GCC countries. And I say city because even in UAE, with the capital in Abu Dhabi is different. The rules are different. It's a little bit more strict. Sharjah even more, and so on. Dubai, I will say, is the most open city from all the GCC countries, and it's completely different than Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, still everything is as used to be in Dubai 10, 12, 13, 15 years ago. And yeah, it's different. Dubai is totally different, completely different than Saudi. It's way open. You can find restaurants open every day, every night, entertainment working day and night, place to enjoy with either if you are single, either if you are a couple, or either you have family. There is absolutely everything for everyone. So in case there are artists that they are coming with their family, definitely they can accommodate, I will say, quite easy here. It's an easy city to adapt, easy country to adapt. But if you have kids, it's expensive. It's expensive because everything is private, schools are private, and they're expensive. It's kind of compared with America, let's say.
Good to know. And so now we're winding down to our last few minutes for Circus Cities Dubai. Please, everyone, leave us with one last comment about circus in Dubai and your perspective on circus in Dubai.
I
know
would
say.
That sounds like a loaded question.
From my point
Everyone,
of view,
not all at once.
I would say entertainment in Dubai. I will not say circus because I'm not a circus person. I'm not much experienced in circus world, but I will say yes. Entertainment in Dubai is following the most major city hubs in the world, which is Las Vegas, which is Ibiza, which is Marbella, which is Monte Carlo and Cannes, which is Macau. So basically, how the country takes the best from everywhere in entertainment world, here we take the best from everything. So we see the best act there. Yes, we want it in Dubai. We say the best singer, the best contortionist, or like this, we want it here, and we best costumes, best everything. So we follow up the whole world.
I would say that we miss a little bit of a good circus school here. But for the circus artists, we always can find something to do. There's people that even training. There's a park, an open space that they practice. When you're acrobat, there is nice gyms that you can go and do some acrobatics. Or even our theater, sometimes I see some people that doesn't work there can come, during the day and practice a little bit. Yeah. So, yeah, it's growing more and more. And I can feel that, if you're interested to come and to learn or do auditions here, I think it start to be a good place to come. But it's not like Las Vegas point yet. But I think it will be, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they will try their best to bring huge shows like circus shows and entertainment shows, big productions. But on the small productions, yes, you can find the top acrobats, Perez brothers, which everyone knows them, I hope. They was working in Billionaire in Dubai and super top circus, not entertainment, circus artist. They was here, they was working here. They are very familiar with Dubai. So yes, Dubai take on the small places, small productions, the top of the world artists.
That's great. Rob, any last words?
Yeah, I think I completely agree with the guys. I mean, Macau is the Chinese Vegas. Vegas is the Vegas of Vegas. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years, Dubai will be the Middle Eastern Vegas.
Middle East, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Middle East Vegas.
Middle East Vegas.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this episode of Circus Cities Dubai. I hope that everyone got the beauty and the glam and the glitz of Dubai. That's what I feel when I think of Dubai. To me, that's what it is, the Las Vegas of the Middle East. Dubai is over the top, and it's very inviting, and it's always a good time, from what I hear. So thank you so much for sharing all of your insights about circus in Dubai and entertainment, because we know that circus is in all sorts of spaces and all sorts of places. And so I feel like we got so much out of this episode and we learned a lot. And I hope that it inspires you out there to want to move and relocate to Dubai to do whatever you do in circus, whatever position, whatever role. And thank you guys so much again. You were so fantastic and so great in this
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much for having us. And I wish you guys to everyone. And as local says, welcome to Dubai.